Okay, you called Pastor Okafor out recently. What led to that call out?
Okay. You remember the time I posted my evacuation video that you came to the house and interviewed me too. Actually, you came to look out for me. I insisted that I need to speak out. You came with your daughter, yeah. So that was the period we were having issue. The truth is, Chris Okafor and I, we've been dating since 2017,
Hmm.
and when I met him, he was single because he said he's been divorced for a while. When I met him, I didn't even know he was a pastor. We met on a walkway at the first CID headquarters, Abuja. So
Hmm.
he approached me, and then his bouncers tried to stop me. We entered the car. He collected my number. This can be confirmed by my colleague, Choma Okoye.
Hmm.
So that was what happened. And after that, he invited me to his church. He just invited me to an address in Ojodu Bega. It was in the night. So when I got there, it was a big church, and that was a crossover night. They had already closed around 12:01. So one of his pastors received me. Pastor Sylvester was one who came down to receive me, and I went to his office.
Hmm.
He told me he liked me and that he's been divorced, but he has daughters and his son. So he also said he was going to the village, and in summary, he traveled for Christmas. I also traveled for Christmas. Then he invited me to his village. It's Anambra State, but very close to Okigwe. So from Umuahia, I'm drive through Okigwe to his village. So that was how we met. He introduced me to his parents. I stayed over in the house. Then later, when I was leaving, I drove to that place. When I was leaving, he gave me his escort to follow me because they were driving behind me because of security. It was a bit late when I was leaving this house. So that was it. Then this happened 2017. From then on, we started dating. So
I want to
uh,
ask,
okay,
what was the relationship like?
it was love
Are you
because
are you sure it was love?
yes, it was love because um, I would call it love at first sight.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was. I'm an adult. I should be able to know what love is. A
Hmm.
relationship where you kiss, you make love all the time. He's always missing you. He will call you on the video. He's coming out from the pulpit. He's calling you. He's telling you, Didi, I am sad. You are getting his medical. I used to get what is it called? Medical. What's this that you get prescription? I used to get the prescriptions for him to buy drugs. So I will call my
I
doctor.
thought
They
use
will,
drugs, use medication.
yes.
I thought they used to pray and everything would go away.
Now I will look for that and send you. Maybe you can post it too because I
Okay.
have it in his,
I'm just
it
asking.
came on his name. Yeah, sometimes when he's done preaching in the pulpit, he will tell me that his body is paining him. Should get the doctor. My doctor will prescribe the drugs he will take for the pain. I will send it to you with his name to enable him buy them. So he will buy it. That's how close we are. How close we were is why I said we are very much in love is that he doesn't hide many things. Maybe he hides some that I'm not supposed to know,
Hmm.
but we have this relationship whereby if he's talking to somebody, I'm he's using the other phone, the earpiece. I'm there listening to him and the person. Some of his church members, he'll be talking to them. I'll be there. So we're that close. We're
Okay.
that close that will make video calls, make love in the video and all that. So I tell you that that was love for me.
Okay. So what led to the breakup?
Okay, so when 2018 we dated, then 2017, 2018, 2019, my mom wanted me to get married. I had someone I knew before I met him, which is my ex-husband. So I had left my ex-husband because he was toxic even before I met Dr. Chris. So my ex-husband was all over my.
So Pastor Chris was not
Mhm.
the one that made you leave your ex-husband.
He was.
But you said you left him before you met Pastor Chris.
I'd left him as a boyfriend.
Oh.
I met my ex-husband 2012 in Dubai.
Okay.
Yes, so he came and they did introduction. After that, that was I
But
realized
when
that
was Pastor Chris when you were doing introduction with another man?
2012 I had not met Pastor Chris.
Okay, so you did introduction.
After the introduction, he was the toxic person. I didn't marry him.
Oh, okay.
I broke up, so he relocated to South Africa. We were not even talking.
Mm.
For years, he kept calling. My ex-husband was very obsessed with me. My ex-husband is that person that will give you 200 missed calls. So that wasn't working for me. So I wasn't dating him
Mm.
before I met Pastor Chris. Then when I met Pastor Chris, then my dad died. I met him 2017. That same 2017, my dad died.
Mm.
And it was that same period, 2018, 2019. Then my ex-husband now got into my family. Everybody now said, this guy loves you. He wants to marry you. Why don't you give him a chance? So, and then I told my ex that I was not in love with him. So I'm saying this in a live broadcast. My ex is watching, so I shouldn't be lying on him because I still have the chat. Even this thing I'm saying, I still have my chat with my ex-husband on from phone and Facebook when I told him I didn't have feelings for him. And he told me if we marry that the feelings will come. So when somebody is that pressured, my mom said, okay, marry. And I told Chris I wanted to get married. Though Chris said I should not marry the guy, that I should wait for him. But eventually,
But why would you are in a relationship with Chris and you are sleeping with Chris? And then you have another person you're in a relationship with, because before you marry, you can't just marry, you'll be sleeping. So at any point where you double dealing the two of them, just
no, my ex-husband was not in Nigeria. He was
okay.
communicating with my parents. Like I said, we knew 2012,
Mm.
2013, 2014. Then I think he beat me up and we broke up. But he wasn't giving up. So he kept calling with my parents. But for me, I was already moving on. Do you
Mm.
understand? So he wasn't in Nigeria, he was in South Africa.
Mm.
Then I now met Dr. Chris. So for me, Dr. Chris was my boyfriend. You can always have a boyfriend, then have someone who calls you or disturbs you. Dr. Chris knew the story. I told him about the guy, my last relationship before I met him. So when this guy insisted I marry him, he even had to the extent of buying me a car, giving me gifts, giving my family gifts and all that. So my mom said, okay, why don't you consider him since he said he has changed? So I told Chris, I said, my mom wants me to marry this guy and all that. Chris said I should wait for him, though he wasn't ready as at that time, but I should wait for him. And I said no, because there's a pressure for me to marry and all that. So that was how I married this guy. And the communication between me and Chris ceased a bit, but my marriage was very toxic. I'll tell you for free that if my husband is watching and he knows that I was leaving him every 2 weeks. I'll leave and come back. He'll beat me. I'll come back. It was that bad. So the marriage back and forth we married 2019. 2022 was, I think 2021 ending towards November. I was in Abuja, then I visited Chris in Lagos. Then we talked. I told him what I'm going through in the marriage and all that. So he encouraged me and all that. Then left, my ex now said I should come back. When I got back, my ex told me that he got someone pregnant. I met a lady, a young lady, in the house with a child. And the girl said that the child belongs to my ex-husband. And I, you know, we had that issue, had that fight. He sent the lady away. But long story short, he got someone pregnant and the person gave birth.
Okay.
So when the lady left, then I was with him that 2021, 2022. He started beating me again to a point that he said he will frustrate me to a point that I will leave the house myself. So I wasn't happy. And while I was there that January, Chris was always calling me. So
But Chris liked you so much. How did he allow you to enter another relationship? Don't be angry.
I
How
don't
did
know.
you marry your
That
ex?
was
If
I
you
don't
were
know.
so close to him and you were in love like you claim, why did you go and marry somebody else? That part is the part I...
That part is the part I also got a bit confused because the moment I got married, Chris kept on calling me even while I was in marriage. Like still have the chats where he said I hurt him. You know, it's just that I can't press the chat here. He has the dates of this time I'm telling you where Chris was even saying that I hurt him by going back because while I was in my marriage, I wasn't happy. And because Chris also has been there. Remember, Chris is a pastor, right? And this relationship is not public. It's not something that he wants everybody to know. It is between. Listen, I'm telling you, Emeka role as my national president. The second time Chris invited me to their village, I went with my national president. If you bring my national president there, he will tell you, I took him there. And we even saw Chris' mother. So this thing I'm saying that at least my national president is a witness. You know, so going forward to this, while I was in marriage, when I was depressed. I said depressed. Someone who her husband beats, my husband will go out, come back in the middle of the night by 2, 3 a.m. I'll serve him food. I'll go to his pocket. I will see hotel receipts. So it was that bad that he was really beating me. My marriage wasn't a good one, and that I will tell you for free. And I will always find peace talking to Chris because he was my ex too. I was already married, and Chris also always tell me, "I love
If you
you."
at any time sleep with Pastor Chris while you were still with your husband?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
No, we didn't. I didn't. But while I was in my husband's house, I'll send you a video on your WhatsApp. Maybe you cannot. I don't. At this point, I don't care, and I don't even mind. I'll send you a video. It's a chat. It's a chat from Chris' phone where I was touching my breast, and that was the video he actually circulated to his lawyer. And that is the exactly date I'm talking about now. That was the 2020, yes, either December 2021 or 2022. That's the date on that because I screen it from our chat. You see a video I sent him. The bed I was lying down was my ex-husband's bed. That was my bed. So you always tell me to send him video.
You were touching yourself on your ex-husband's bed, and you send the video to Pastor.
Yes.
But that's cheating. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get.
That's what I'm telling you. I am not proud of what I did. This man that is my ex-husband, I am not in love with him. I did that with Chris. And I'm not telling you, I loved Chris while I was in the marriage. And that is the truth. I'm not proud of saying it. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Was I cheating on my husband by phone call, phone sex with Chris? Yes, I did. But I didn't have physical sex with Chris while I was in marriage.
Do you have evidence of this?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I will send it to you. I can send it to you. You will see me touching myself. It's a video. It's not even it's a video. I can send it to you. You will look at the date.
It will not be circulated just for evidence sake.
Okay, it's on this phone I'm using to make up. I have sent it to D1 this morning. D1 asked me this question on his page. I don't know D1. I just been saying him, but I saw he asked me that question. He said, "How can I be saying I am sending Chris video or while watching myself while I was still in marriage?" I went to his dear. Okay,
Now,
when
how
dear,
can
okay,
we prove that you're still in the marriage, and how can we prove that this video was sent to Pastor Okafor?
because his number was showing there. The screen record I'm going to show you. His number is there. It's our chat screen record. It's a screen record I recorded from our chat. And while I was doing the screen record, I played the video from the chat. So you
Okay.
can't
Now, I'm
doctor it.
you. If you're going
Sorry?
to send it to me in confidence, please
I
don't send it
will.
to the internet, and I'll tell you why. Because if you share his privacy publicly, he can sue you. He
I'm
can
not
sue.
afraid of I'm not afraid of Chris suing me because I am also suing him already.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I am suing him already. He promised me marriage, and that's the crime in the law. He left me for another woman.
Okay.
I have proof. I have my evidence. You will hear from my lawyer very soon.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yes. Yes. So Chris knew I was married, though I used to be his girlfriend. But Chris was still talking to me while I was in my marriage. My husband knows about this. My husband has seen me chatting Chris severally. So my husband can, if my ex is someone who doesn't like to come on social media, but if you call him to talk about it, he will tell you, he will concur with what I'm saying. He has caught us making loud on the phone severally
He has caught you
while I
making.
was with Chris on the phone severally, yes.
Can we invite your husband to this call?
No, he doesn't like internet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
He won't even come. If you call him, he won't come.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. So that period was
Question.
when
When your husband caught you making out with Chris Okafor, what was his reaction?
he got angry. He got angry and he got very angry and he said, "I don't allow my husband to touch me. That is why I don't blame my husband that he cheated or he got someone pregnant. I don't blame my husband that he went after
Why did you
any
allow him to
woman
touch you?
because I didn't have feelings for him and I told him my husband is a bully. He got me to marry him by force. My people that I think my colleague that would tell you this or that knew my relationship then. My husband will call me 200 times. He called me non-stop for more than since 2014. I left him till he got married. My husband will call me more than 2,000 times on the phone. So he was choking me. He had to get into my family. Everybody insisted I have to marry him. That was how I married him. And before I married my ex-husband, I told him that I didn't love him.
Wow.
So I don't blame. I should, if I can insist that Chris must marry me, or chase Chris, or get heartbroken that Chris got married to someone, then why didn't I cry that my husband got someone pregnant and broke? I'm not hurt. It didn't hurt me that he got someone pregnant. It didn't hurt me that another woman took over my home. That is the truth.
Hmm.
So I was not in love with my husband. Unfortunately, it's my truth.
Hmm.
While I can count how many times I've had sex with my ex-husband. I
Hmm.
didn't. This thing I'm saying is not. I'm not proud to say it, but I will say it. I never allowed him touch me. You know, when you don't have feelings for someone, when he touched you, you feel irritated. That was what I was feeling with my ex-husband.
Hmm.
So, Rick knew this. He took advantage of it because he knew I loved him. I don't know whether the love I had for Chris was hypnosis or real, but I know that I loved Chris. And when my ex-husband beat me up, the last one, Chris said I should carry my bag and leave the house. I should come to him. He bought my ticket.
Hmm. Where were you staying with your husband? Chris bought your ticket. Stay.
When I married my first husband, we were living in their village, Obo.
Oh, okay. So he bought your ticket back to Lagos.
Back to Lagos.
Okay. Are you fully divorced from your first husband now?
Yet we returned. Though my ex-husband did not collect the bride price, but my people dropped it with the girl he got pregnant with. I only did traditional marriage.
So after your ex-husband beat you, Pastor Chris rescued you from him.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to establish.
Don't my friend can tell you this story. When my ex-husband, at the first, you know when my ex-husband beat me up. Let me remind you. If you could remember, there was a time I was supposed to come on your life.
Yes.
Tonto wanted to invite me. Then when I came in, there was chaos. I just entered your life. My ex-husband came and slapped me on the face. Yes, Tonto will tell you. Tonto had to raise the alarm because my phone was not going for days. She had to raise the alarm to call people because I was talking to her on the phone. After that, your life, he was beating me up. This thing I'm saying, I and Tonto were not cool now, but if you ask her this thing, she will tell you. My marriage was very toxic, and it was that time that Dr. Chris Okafor took me to Lagos.
Now, so we are time stamping now. 2012, you got engaged to your ex. Then you were separated for a while. Then eventually got married. Things became toxic. You left him. And Pastor Chris rescued you in Lagos. And then you are now in Lagos. What now happened between you and Pastor Chris from this juncture?
Okay, while I was when I left, I went to see Dr. Chris. Then I think this one who stayed at Marriott Hotel, Ikeja. Then after that, I then moved. That was when when a case came. It came of a case of baby testimony. One
Okay.
case that one guy, Prof X, was calling Prophet Jeremiah out.
Okay.
One guy was calling Prophet Jeremiah out. So that was when Chris now told me to dabble into the case and find out. He said I should follow up the prophet guy
Yeah.
and find out what the guy had on Jeremiah, which I did. But before I got into it, I had to tell them to get my lawyer involved, which they did. They got my lawyer involved, they got the police involved and the EFCC. Now, before I went to EFCC and Interpol and I wrote statement. They gave me backup to go ahead. And I entered the guy with the name Choma Johnson. It was then I had to start. My mission in the guy's life was to seduce the guy, which I succeeded because every conversation I had with the guy, I was recording it and was giving it to them and Interpol.
So you were seducing another pastor?
No, I was seducing a blogger who was calling Jeremiah out.
Okay.
A blogger in South Africa. Just let me give you an instance, just like you now. You're calling Pastor Jeremiah out. Now they sent me to you without you knowing. We started conversing. Then you end up falling in love with me. Then you trust me. That was what happened between me and Prophet. I eventually found out. In fact, it was in between that. It was that my whatever I got from Prof X that Jeremiah used in winning the case in court. But they had the case of baby testimony that nearly brought his church down. Everybody it's a case of a missing child in his church.
Oh, okay.
So when I went to Prophet, I found out that Prophet was actually trying to blackmail these people. Because Prophet now is in South Africa, he's not a Nigerian. Then when he got closer to me, he now told me he said he called it street. This is I'm saying I have evidence because most every conversation I had with Prophet, I recorded it. If you go to YouTube and check them, I even exposed it at some point. Prophet calls it street. To him, he's teaching me how to run street. He will get information about pastors. Me that is in Nigeria here, I will look for the pastor's number, contact the pastor, then collect money, then come and give him. That was what he wanted to use me for. So, and everything he was telling me, I was recording it. I was sending to Chris and Jeremiah, and they were sending to Interpol to build their case on the guy. So this was what I did. And the case of baby testimony went to court. So most of those evidence I got from Prophet, that was what Jeremiah used in court to exonerate himself from the case.
Okay.
Now, what caused our quarrel? After that, Jeremiah now promised to buy me a car. I still have the chat of that in between me and Chris, where they said, choose any car of your choice. I chose Lexus first. They said it was expensive. Then I now chose Mercedes that was 45 million. Jeremiah said he was going to buy that one for me. Chris now said that he should pay the money to his account. When we, because I didn't have Jeremiah's number, we're always talking on three-way call. So when we finished the call, I asked Chris, why would they pay the money to your account? Chris said that sometime Jeremiah Omoto came to his church and got someone pregnant.
Let's be careful not to call in, because now I don't want us to drag Prophet Jeremiah into this matter. Let it be between you and Pastor Chris.
Okay, fine. But there's no way you will tell this story. There's no way you will tell this story without bringing Jeremiah. I had a chat with Jeremiah yesterday, and I told him, I said, after all I did for you, you allowed Chris to lock me up. There's no way you will tell the story. All the conversations I have, the recording conversations I have.
Prophet Jeremiah saying now?
Sorry?
What is Prophet Jeremiah saying now?
I'm getting to that. Because Jeremiah also tried. Jeremiah was angry with, for the past 2 years, they have not spoken to Chris because of this matter. Or 1 year plus. I'm getting to that. Now, when Jeremiah now paid them, he said he doesn't want Jeremiah to pay the money to my account because Jeremiah came to his church one time for a program.
Don't say
and God,
be careful not to drag him inside. You can mention his name, but I don't want you to say Jeremiah did this, Jeremiah did this.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to say, but the truth is, okay, fine. Fine. Because if you leave me, I'm going to say the way it is. But I wouldn't do that. He said Jeremiah did something. That's why. He doesn't want him to have my number.
Okay.
Remember, he was still my boyfriend.
Yes.
So I believed him. And Jeremiah paid the money to his account. Now, I still have my chat with him where I asked, where is the money? He started giving me the money. He said, Jeremiah sent 3 million today. Jeremiah sent 1 million today. Jeremiah sent 2 million today. To the tune of 10 million naira. That was what Chris gave me in total. And started bad-mouthing his friend Papa G, which is Pastor Jeremiah, and said his friend did not give him the remaining money. I should not mind him, that he's ungrateful and all that. And for me, that was all I took. So what I got was 10 million. Then after that, I think a year later or 3 months later, about 6 months later, I wanted to travel. I needed money. So I asked Chris, mind you, let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
Throughout my relationship with Chris Okafor, Chris was not giving me money. I was okay. I was having my own money. It wasn't about money. He has never, in fact, since 2017, since I started dating Chris till 2023, the only money he had given me was 300,000. But the only money I'd ever collected from Chris personally is 300,000.
Wow.
It wasn't about money. I don't know what it was about.
Story. Always remember that we are very fair and balanced. I'm sure you have no problem with Pastor Chris sharing his own side of the story.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, darling, go ahead.
I don't have a problem with that because we're still going to go to court.
Okay.
You can't promise me that you will marry me, and at the end of the day, you're dumping me after all you have been through. No, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, Pastor Chris
You were saying that
has not given me.
you're about to travel. That's where you are.
Yeah, Pastor Chris hasn't given me more than 300,000 throughout my dating with him. I wanted to travel. I asked him for money for. I asked him for my ticket money, and he asked me how much. I told him 1.8 million. He gave me 300,000. I told him this was not enough, and that's
Mm.
the only money I've collected from him. Then he said that is all he had now. That he borrowed money to build his hotel. He just finished building his hotel. That he took loan from the bank. He didn't have money. So and I said, by the way, your friend Jeremiah is owing me money. Maybe he promised to buy me a car. He only gave me 10 million. He said I should leave that one. But that man no they agree. Same to talk from again. I said, okay. So I was so upset. I had to reach out to one guy called Dada Masses. Dada Masses is also a blogger that lives in Germany. But he's Jeremiah's brother. So I reached out to him. Then I opened up to him what I did for those people. And I said, look at what I did for your brother. And he promised me that he was going to buy me a car. He didn't give me a car. He now really gave me he gave me 10 million naira. So he said, no, that's unfair because I actually helped in ending that case. So he said, let him contact him. When he contacted Prophet Jeremiah said he has paid all the money to Chris Okafor's account.
Mm.
He said, no, that if you put me on three-way call, they put me on three-way call. And Jeremiah said he has paid the money. Why will Chris do this to me? That I helped him in this case. He said I should hold on, let them put Chris. They called Chris. Chris said he was in America. Chris started pleading with him. Said, Ebon, I'm sorry that he just finished building his hotel. That he should help him out and give me the money. That when he comes back, he will pay him back. Jeremiah said he doesn't have all that money, but that he can help him with 7 million. That Chris should raise 8 million. At least let them pay me 15 million first, then I should forget the rest money. Remember, the money was 45, they gave me 10 million. It was running 35 million. So they wanted to give me 15 million and I should forget the rest money. I told Prophet Jeremiah no. That because Chris knew I've never asked him for money. First time I'm asking him for money, he gave me only 300,000. And now he held on to this money for months without telling me that he had to give me all the money. So they started pleading, I refused. But the first money they gave me was 15 million naira. Then after that, this thing I'm saying, I have agreement, I have documents to back it up. I will show you where Chris admitted this thing I'm saying to you now. So after that, Jeremiah now, I think Chris and I should give them 1 month for them to pay me the remaining money. Then after 1 month, I called Chris. Chris blocked me. It was at that point that I called him out on social media on my page. Then when I called him out, he got. It was that period that my miscarriage video was released because he got Stella Dimokoko involved. I didn't know that him and Stella was friends. At the end of the day, they tried to.
Please, let's try to. He got a blogger. Just say he got a blogger involved, and let's keep it basic. Because you see, let me explain something to you here. When we muddy the water, we bring in too many people. The matter no go can't get ahead again. Because at the end of the day, you have a matter with.
Okay, I take that back. Oh yeah, I take sorry, I'm like that, but I take that correction and I take that back. He got a blogger involved. Would they try to blackmail me with a video? And that was what made me release the video first on my page. Because the blogger threatened me that he was going to post the video and say I was having an abortion.
I'm going to hear from Stella. I wish you had not mentioned her name in the first place, but since you have, I'm going to hear her side of the story. Because
it's okay. You can hear. I don't mind. Me and Stella were not in good times.
I've never known Stella to blackmail anybody before. So this is a first time.
I have the chats.
Stella is a friend. You understand?
I said I have the chats. Chris even told my friend Dada Masses that he was going to speculate it to bloggers, my nude body. So it's not something I am hiding to say. I have the chat.
Okay, so
I have the voice
let's
note. I have the
move on
voice
to the
note.
next.
I want you to bring her. If you ask her, she will be agrees to come. Once you're done, I will post my conversation with her on my page. She knows I'm good at that.
Now,
I,
now
will-
hold
but I also have it recorded.
hold on, Doris. Um, can we tell your story in such a way that we don't make more enemies for you? I understand. There's a reason why I'm saying this. Because at the end of the day, it's no longer about you and Pastor Chris. You have mentioned Prophet Jeremiah. You have mentioned Stella. At the end of the day, it will be all over the place. It will be little fights here and there. Your truth will not see the light of the day.
Okay, you have corrected me.
Let me
Yeah.
advise, or you can always do whatever you think works
No, you
best.
have corrected me just because you said you were going to. Like for me, I wanted to let you know that I was not also afraid that you're
You
going to ask her. But you
you
have corrected me, and I'm not going to mention her name. I'm like that. I'm someone who tells it the way it is. But you've corrected me not to mention people's name, and I won't do that again, except the name is necessary. And like I said, Chris wanted to use that video to blackmail me. Chris said it to me, said it to my other bloggers friend, that he was going to send it out if I don't stop calling him out. He made that
why are
threat
you calling him out?
because he blocked me. I didn't have access to reach him, and he had my 35 million with him. He paid 15 million, remaining 20 million.
Okay, what's the status of that money now?
Now, after that video and your interview, he paid me 5 million. After paying me 5 million, his lawyer took me to police. They came and arrested me for defamation. I went
Why,
to police.
in what way did you defame him?
He said I called him out on my page. I didn't defame him, but he claimed I defamed him. I only asked for my money.
Okay.
Then he reported me to NCCC. They came to my house in Lagos. I was not in. I later went there by myself. I was detained for one night
Hmm.
and I got released.
Hmm.
Then I continued asking for my money on my page because I didn't have access to reach him. I called everybody who knew him to tell him to give me my money.
Hmm.
Then
Go ahead.
I traveled. That was November last year. Then I traveled to Abuja. Then from Abuja, I came down to East December. My brother, when I left Lagos, my brother was hale and hearty. Okay, yeah. What happened is that November was when I went to Abuja to answer the police, and I was detained for one night. Then
Okay.
from Abuja, I traveled to the east. From Abuja, I traveled to the east. So I was not in the east till December. When my brother called me that his leg was paining him. I thought it
Okay.
was leg pain. And I called my driver to bring him, since I wanted my car down to the east. I called my driver to bring him to the east.
Hmm.
My brother brought him to the east. Sorry, my driver brought my brother to the east. And
What happened?
when my brother got to the east, his two legs were not working again, became paralyzed.
Okay.
And we didn't know what was wrong with him. We got doctors involved. They couldn't find anything. It was too fast and too swift. All his body's paralyzed. And my brother died.
Okay.
When my brother died,
Just say bye because of social media.
well, when he gave up the ghost, and
Very much. He so rest in peace.
yeah, so when he gave up the ghost, we I was devastated, and everything meant nothing again to me. So we started planning his burial.
Hmm.
We planned his burial, and 4 days to my brother's burial. 4 days to my brother's burial,
Hmm.
I was arrested again by Chris.
Okay.
And the policemen took me from my house, family house, to state CID in Imo State.
Hmm.
And I was detained there. They took away my phone. I couldn't communicate to anybody. I was detained there for 2 days.
Hmm.
It was when, because so many things on my head, I was confused. I had panic attack and I fainted in the police station.
Okay.
I was when the DC of the station said they should take me out of this place or they release me on bail. Nobody knew where I was. Nobody knew where to locate me. I
Hmm.
was beaten up by the policemen who came to pick me up. And they took me to Abuja. It was in Abuja that I got released based on the fact that my brother is to be buried the next 2 days. And they served me a court paper, which when I left, went for my brother's burial. After my brother's burial, I went to Abuja for the court date. When we got to the court, they didn't have any evidence. So based on lack of evidence, I was released also on bail as well. And I came back and I continued calling Chris for my money on my page because I wanted my money. Because at that point, I was ready to tell the whole world what transpired. So it was at that point that he now reached out to my lawyer and told my lawyer that we should settle it. He's willing to withdraw the case from court. Then he withdrew the case from court, and his lawyer Ubani, sorry, I'm going to mention his name with due respect. His lawyer
Hmm.
Ubani forced me to sign an agreement. And I told them, I made it clear to my lawyer that I'm being forced.
Okay. One
It's,
thing from Barrister Obani too. You see, let me tell you something. Yeah.
Barrister Obani was involved from this case from the beginning, even during the baby testimony case. So that's why I will mention his name. Because he was the one who gave me a lawyer that took me to Interpol. He
Now let
knew
me
about the case. Yes, he
hold
arrested me.
on. Let me tell you something, Doris. Everything you say, if you cannot back it up with evidence, if you say the lawyer gave you somebody to Interpol, if you don't have a text message, a phone recording, anything that can be used, the
I
lawyer
have a phone recording of Barrister Obani.
is telling you to go to involving with the destiny with
Yes, yes. That telling me that they are taking me to Interpol to go and write statements. Yes, I have it that the face. I've
okay.
sent it to him once, so he knows I have it.
Mm. But
Yes.
I'm advising, let's keep this matter to you and Pastor Chris.
And there is no way I will explain this.
Lawyer, you don't have to call the lawyers. You see, let me tell you, yeah, you are not understanding. You are making it muddy. But we'll drag this person will come and talk. You drag this person come and talk. At the end of the day, you lose the merit of your case. Unless you particularly want to bring somebody into the arena with you. Now, the more
Okay.
people that are in the arena, the less your case has any ground.
Okay, now I get. Sorry.
So you understand. Stop mentioning people's names. Just say, okay, a blogger did this, a lawyer did this, the police did this. Do you understand?
Okay.
I'm actually blocking people in the comment section who are telling you to say everything. Because when the problem comes, they will not stand with you.
Guys,
You
that
can
is free.
you will
Let
compete
me, let me
with
say something.
and even
Let
be
me
thrown
say
out of
something.
court.
Let me say something,
Yes.
Barris, that is free. I am not afraid of Chris Okafor. I am not afraid of whatever he wants to bring on.
Let me explain to
I
you.
am not afraid, even if I go to
If you
jail.
take the case to court and the case gets thrown out of court, and you believe you are entitled to justice, where are you now going to get the justice from?
Okay, now I get.
Do you understand? You have to be careful. These are the reasons why I want to leave Pastor Chris. Do you understand? This is what he did to me. This is what he did to me. This is what he did to me. You understand? Because you see, it takes two to tango. Pastor Chris will have his own side of the story. I've settled so many as Free Nation leader. I've settled so many cases. You will think that, this person is 100% correct until the next person comes and starts to talk. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I want
So
him to come out and talk.
let me
I
tell you,
want him to come out and
what
deny
I
that we were not having an affair.
what I
I want him
want,
to come out and deny that I'm not his girlfriend. I want him
he's
to come
I,
out and say it.
I don't think he's going to deny that. But my problem is, why don't you let us focus on, okay, I wanted you to finish, then I'll proffer some advice.
If you
Do you
would
understand?
let now you've told me what not to call names. Sorry. Like I said, this
Names.
okay, I'm not going to call names again, but let me tell you about this matter. This matter is as serious as when this baby testimonies case started, it was shaking the whole Facebook. And what I'm saying, why I mention names, because I know that somehow this case might get to court. This, but I won't mention the name again if you're not okay with it. I am on your page, so you have the right to control what I say here.
See, the more names you mention,
Yes,
the bigger the story and the more the clout I will get. But
yes,
not do your case any good. And if I'm chasing clout, I mention everybody's name, let's pull everybody inside. But I'm not here to chase clout. I'm here
I
as
know,
your I've come to your house before to sit down with you and try to find a resolution, try to find
I
a
know,
solution. The
I
only
know.
reason you live is because there's a possibility that Pastor Chris Okafor may watch this and there might be room for settlement. Okay, what does Doris want? What does Pastor Chris want? How can we move forward in such a way that you can move on with your life and he can move on with his life? There must be something that we can find, because that's what the court, even the court will first say, okay, you guys go and see how you can sort it out on your own.
Okay, let me go straight to the point. You see, this matter for me, I see people saying marriage is not by force and all that. No,
Mm,
not about the marriage for me. It's about during this case,
mm,
the video I'm going to send you that I screenshot from our chat. Chris
mm.
sent it to his lawyer. His lawyer sent it to his son. This was our private video where he asked me to touch myself and send to him. His lawyer sent it to his
Which
son,
not
whom I,
people do in relationships.
yes.
Mm.
Some people have their fantasies. People have what turned them on. This is our
But
own. This
you
is what he likes.
sent it out to a lawyer.
He sent it out to a lawyer, his lawyer. And his lawyer sent it out to his son. And the son, in turn, sent it back to my lawyer. You can imagine my lawyer, who had so much respect for me, now seeing my body, touching my private parts.
But you
Doesn't
are,
sound good.
you see, let me explain something here. I know you are angry and I know you feel violated. And this is genuine reason for you to feel violated. But going forward, as a man, I don't think there's any part of a woman's body in and out that I've not seen.
But you won't send your wife's body to another man, to a fellow man, or your
If you
girlfriend's body.
quarreling and the fight is getting to the point where una dey arrest ourselves with police, we don't know how far we can go.
Daddy Freeze, no, no, I disagree with you on that.
I'm
No, with
actually,
due respect, no. Let me tell you, you have seen every woman's body, but you have not. Maybe now, because you have seen my miscarriage, but that's when you saw my body. But prior before that time, you have not seen Doris' body, and we are all different human beings. So every woman's body is not the same. My breast is standing. There are people their breast is falling.
mm,
So it's not the same thing. He has no right to send a private video that I gave to him outside.
I agree with that. With that, I agree. I agree. Now, for this, what do you want from him?
Now, my own is that's why I want you to understand that this man has this
I'm just
man
to Larry Kings. You are not going to tell us what to do on our platform. Thank you. Continue.
this man pleaded with me to come and defend his friend. This man, his friend gave me
Hold on.
money.
I
I
want us
want
to
to
talk
summary. I want to get
again.
to. I'm
Let's
doing a summary.
put everything together. Let us separate this licking your body. That is a genuine concern. What would you want him to do about that? Okay, you say he leaked it to somebody and somebody sent it to your lawyer. Can you verify where you got it? Is your lawyer willing to come and stand
It
and
was
say,
my lawyer. There is no point. I have it. Everything I have it. There is no
no?
point. He has also admitted to it. We were on a three-way call.
Okay, you are in a three-way call.
I was even on a three-way call where he admitted it. So there is not, and I have the recording. So there is no point going whether I have evidence. Everything I say, I have evidence.
Want him to do regarding this incident?
He, that's why I can't tell you what I want him to do if I don't summarize it and then tell you what I want.
Go ahead and summarize then.
Now, this man, we dated. I helped your friend. Your friend gave me appreciation money. You held on to it. You arrested me. You detained me. My brother died. I was arrested again. You sent
Now,
out
the
my private video.
brother passing on, how is that connected? I'm so sorry, but I don't see how you can connect that with it.
I will come back to that so that I don't forget what I want to say. You
All
asked
right.
me one question so that I can finish this one.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. You asked me, you arrested me, and I came out. You forced me. You paid me back my balance of 15 million. Then forced me on agreement that I did not concord to. My lawyer also advised I should agree and sign. And there was no time you apologized. I confronted you on sending out my naked video. Sue your lawyer. There was no time you told me sorry about that. There was no time you apologized to me about that. No. He never, at least if after the whole incident, knowing the fact that I went through everything, I was your girlfriend. I wasn't just a girl you picked on the street. This is the person who gives you police. When you have a program, I will call the police, my contact. I'll write proposal that they will give me police security for you, DSS for you, 20, 30 to cover your program. You won't pay 1 naira. This is somebody who backs you up when you had a lot of challenges, which I don't want to stay on your life. Now, even if we had issues and we reconciled, courtesy demand that, okay, you have offended me. If you didn't see that you offended me in the other one, the fact that you took out my private picture to your lawyer, I deserve an apology. You never did. Now, everything happened since this incident that I lost my brother. I have not even recovered. I buried my brother March this year, and I've not really recovered. I'm still going through the breakup of you. I was in love with this man for years. I'm going through how we broke up, how the matter that scattered us, how the pain and all this thing. The next thing I'm seeing on the internet is that the same man is getting married. For me, it's either Chris. For me, the people are saying I want him to marry me by force. No, it's not about marrying me by force. It's about destroying me. And after destroying me, You're going to marry someone else. There was no apology, nothing, because you feel I'm nothing. Then you want to marry another person. With due respect to him, that's why I said that marriage is either he buy me or both of us remain single. Unless I don't know when they did the marriage. It's not about forcing myself on him. It's about revenge for me. It's about pain.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Sorry, they brought light. Let me change inverter.
All right. Mm. Mm.
So that's it. For me, it's about revenge. That's what it is for me.
Okay. 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 Doris, you're my sister. And I believe I can advise you. I can never force you to take my advice, but I know you have been wronged, especially with your photo being circulated. That's very humiliating and painful for a woman. What if he's ready to apologize just for the sake of peace? Would that work? Would that work? Because you see, Doris, I can see he wants to get married. He wants to move life. Um, you guys might have loved each other. You guys might have had a great relationship. But where the relationship is now, you guys have more or less become enemies. And I do not want a situation where, for the rest of your life, you are chasing him to try to pull him down, and he's chasing you to try to pull him down. Um, is there any way that this can go away? Are there people that can sit down? I know you are sad. Listen to me, Doris. I know you are. I know you've been through a lot. I will never undermine your pain. But you cannot continue to be like this. You have to move on. Marriage is not the end of the world, and you cannot force marriage. You Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot force somebody.
This is, this is not about marriage, that you feel. I
I
told you.
don't know, I understand, but I want you to. What can we do going forward?
See,
I
that is, I
want.
have a lot of respect for you, right?
Yes,
You're someone
I've never
you've,
met with Okafor before in my
I
life.
know, I know. You don't even, when I told you the story that year,
Yes.
I think that you didn't even know who I was talking about. So I know very well that you don't know him. But what I'm trying to say here is, I have a lot of respect for you, and you are one of the people that would tell me, Doris, stop, and I will stop because of the respect and love I have for your person. Prior before now, like I said on my page yesterday, I have already gotten the address of the wedding. They
Mm.
said the wedding,
Um. Okay. Finish what you're saying.
they said the wedding is on the 16th and all that. And like say, whatever it is that has taken over me, the thought on my head is that, Doris, get to the venue. Fine, even if DSS are there, move yourself inside there. Just begin fight, begin quarrel. Just do it. But yesterday I broke down too. Like I've not closed this eyes since 3 days. Ask people around me. I have my colleague Dauda here. I have Diggity on him. This my eyes has not closed since 3 days. I have a lot on my head. But I want an open apology. I want a written apology or open apology or any other way he wants to apologize.
Okay, so if you can get an apology from Pastor Chris Okafor,
He has to apologize, and he has to be genuine about the apology. Then we move from.
okay.
It's not just say, let me tell her story, then we move from there. And
So,
the Chris that I know, let me tell you the Chris that I know. People might think I am crazy. No, it takes you to fight Chris this much to get Chris to listen and have sense. It's somebody I've known for years. I've defended his nonsense. He was just arrested 2 months ago. So I know his excesses and all the things I can't say here. But I won't say it because I see that you don't want me to say it. I can see that you're protecting me because if you leave me,
I
I
don't
will say it.
want us to move. You see, Doris, I remember there was a time when Mr. Ibu's case was on and you were talking. You are a happy person.
Yeah.
You are a happy person. I don't see that Doris anymore. Now it's like problem. Last time I came to your house till today, problem.
Okay, no problems.
Do you understand?
I get. Even me, I'm tired of it.
Pastor Chris, she says she wants an apology. Look, you can go to court and win. But do you really want to go through the nuisance factor of having to show up in court? She said this, she said this. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years. The day you're supposed to be attending birthday party, you'll be going to court. The day you are supposed to travel abroad, you'll be going to court. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense to you at all. So, Pastor Chris Okafor, I would appeal to you, if it's possible, let us find a neutral ground in which peace can be brought to this situation. You understand? I'm really genuinely hoping that somebody will talk. Do you know anybody who knows this Pastor Chris?
Apostle Johnson Suleiman knows him. Apostle Jeremiah knows him. Itahosa.
You said Apostle Suleiman. I'll call Apostle Suleiman and try to talk to him. Who else?
Idahosa of Illuminate. Oh, Lord of Jesus. Of Illumination, is it Illumination Ministry in Nigeria? Bishop Idahosa also knows him.
Okay, I don't know Bishop Idahosa. I know Apostle Suleiman. I can have a conversation with Apostles. And one thing I know about Apostle Suleiman is he likes peace. He doesn't like stress. So no matter how angry he is, because Apostle Suleiman don't come before say, I'm going to lock this guy up. I say, Apostle, calm down. You are not going to lock anybody up. It's because if it's you, so
He's a good man.
he's a good guy and he will
Yes.
try we can try to see how peace can be brought to this. I will beg you for one thing. He wants to get married. For your sake, for his sake, and for the new wife. Remember the two left married. Remember, Doris, can you?
I can hear you. Say, remember that I did one.
And you also left Pastor Chris and went to marry somebody else, according to the story.
Yes. But
Please.
I did not embarrass him.
So please, he will not embarrass you. Let him get married to his wife. Let him be able to move on with his life. See, there are breakups in this life that will pain you for years. But I personally believe that God will compensate you with somebody who will take care of you. But the more troublesome you portray yourself to be, the more people will run from you. So you have to come out as, you know what, okay, this was my mistake. This was my past. I'm not doing this again. Whatever happened has happened. This is what life is. This is how life plays out. Moving forward, this is what I want. You can't be calling everybody out. You can't be I want you to be in a place of peace. You have to find peace. You have to focus on Doris. Yes, you are sad. You lost your brother. You didn't get your money. Oh, yes, but you see, that is life in your rear view mirror. You drive, don't you?
Yes.
Can you focus on what is ahead if you're constantly looking in the rear view mirror? You have to start looking ahead. I'm not saying you were, especially those videos, and I want to see all the videos because it depends on what was leaked, the gravity of what was leaked.
I'm sending it to you after this live immediately.
Okay, so send it to me. Let me see what it is, and then let me understand the gravity of your anger so I may be able to put a case forward when I'm talking to maybe Apostle Suleiman later tonight. I hope he's not busy. When I'm talking to him, I can say that girl is really, really upset. And this is the reason why she's upset. Do you know Victoria Inyama?
Yes.
Can I bring her to the live?
Yes.
Okay. I'm only going to bring trained professionals. Victoria is a trained psychologist. That's the only reason why I want to bring her. I'm not bringing anybody to come and gist. Maybe when what's her name goes, Doris, we can now come and have conversations about it. But Doris is here and she's looking for solution, not looking for hot gossip. We are not here to gossip. We are here to help someone who has gone through a lot.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm not used to this thing. Oh shit. Okay, I'll turn it around.
Yes. Victoria, Vicky baby, how are you doing?
Sorry. I'm good.
Okay, are
Good
you okay?
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Last time I saw you was in Pastor Toby's house in London.
Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. I'm a boy. Tell them.
We're all eating together.
Joe,
No,
please.
I just wanted to add some laughter to I will not like
Please.
taste buds just
Hey, Doris.
finest mama.
I'm going to talk to you off camera because there are certain things I don't want to. There are certain things about me. I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't know about anybody, but there are certain things and that Ife, let me call him my name I know him as, knows about the consequences of anger. I swear, I'm the one suffering it. I'm the one suffering it. I'm going to be honest. Off camera, I'm going to explain certain things to you. I will explain it step by step to where I am now. I don't know this person you're talking about, right? With due respect, but you will not get any apology. I'm sorry. First time I heard you, I watched. You cried from you're crying from your soul. Even your spirit is vexed. It's not good for you. A lot of times when we forgive people, or when we let it go, not because of them, because of us. And I am a typical, I think when I explain it to you, and I think God is putting me through what he's putting me through so that I'll be able to support other people based on my experience, apart from the psychological implications. You have not slept. There's a thin line between sanity and insanity, very thin. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep will make you sick. lack of sleep causes cancer. Please go and research this thing I'm telling you. Lack of sleep causes psychosis. It causes gastric disorders. If you eat now, you will vomit. If you attempt to, I'm sure when you're drinking water, you act as if you're choking. Because all your veins and your nerves and arteries, blood arteries are all tightened. I always say one thing in my clinic. The mind is the heaviest part of the body, yet it's the most invisible. Nobody can see the mind, but it is heavy. It's heavier than your head. It's heavier than your body. Right? Now, what you're doing to yourself, you're poisoning yourself, thinking that the other person will die. No.
We'll buy.
Okay, we'll buy. Sorry. No, it's not going to happen. You're from Abia State. Sibu one name wine. You wake it that jaw. Gwagi her name. You wake it that. You get really. You are not married to this guy now. There are people like us, and they are showing you Pepe. So Biko, I swear to God. These are times when I argue with Daddy Freeze about certain things about life. Like we were talking yesterday in church, and before you went on, you went to preach. People will do all sorts, and it is the good people that die early. I don't believe that nonsense that they are too good for this world. That's why they left, so that the world will not corrupt them. Nonsense. The good people die early because they internalize a lot. They don't want to fight. They don't want trouble. Let me just take it. Let me just be enduring. They work. The kind of anger you have, your enemy can finally sleep and not get up. You have overworked your heart. You have overworked your emotion. You have overworked your body. Hi. Off camera, I will talk to you. You have overworked yourself. They say anger is like cancer. It eats you up like cancer. And you're the only person that can heal yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. Everybody, we love her. We Kiniko. Let me tell you the naked truth, if I have to put it that way. Do you understand? People will come and fight that you didn't serve us chicken. We were sitting over there. We are in this guild. We were together. You didn't give us food. I swear. People would come and argue that they did not give them drink over the burial of a young person. They don't care. They will wear their stiletto. They will wear. If I don't know if spirits can see, when you see where they are taking pictures and smiling here and saying this is a Kiniko's burial, we were outside. That's the life. You see this race that we are in, so nobody apart from your mother wants to see you win.